Did you know if you drop a like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds, nothing will happen but it will put a giant smile on my face? The second to last update of Chapter 2 Season 8 is finally here, 18.30, bringing along with it, as you guys have probably experienced in-game or known talked about, the brand new redacted bunker IO-based location. Of course, now the ability to unlock the Cube Queen despite just seeing her in-game, which is 4 times bigger than our normal Fortnite Battle Royale character, although we can now wear her as a skin stood next to the main thing involved in the event. And despite this event bringing along a ton of leaked skins that are set to rotate throughout the item shop, and even a brand new event to earn free rewards, being the Reboot a Friend program again. Believe it or not, the main talk of the town is everything to do with not only next season, but the next chapter being Chapter 3, as you can see in the title of why you wanted to click on this video in the first place. And believe me, we've got some juicy intel to mention about today, how it's all going to be happening, what's going to be happening with the start of a brand new Fortnite world for Chapter 3, a new island, what that may look like early, and honestly so much more. Make sure you're sticking around and watching the full video today. I guarantee you won't want to miss any of this information. And speaking of the Fortnite item shop, as we touched on briefly, the leaked skins, Shadow Midas has just released throughout here now, and this is the trailer that they attached to him. But of course, if you happen to pick him up or anything else in the item shop, make sure to enter code FM1 before you do so. It's a very short code, it doesn't benefit you but helps me out as a creator, and yeah, it literally takes like 5 seconds to enter, so why not? It would put a smile on my face, and you know what else would? If you could click the big red button now, as Gus also has been kind of sad from discovering that 70% of you still watching this video right now are not subscribed. If everybody clicked the big red button right now, we'd reach 2.3 million by the end of the year, as we're currently on this sub count. After all, it's completely free, and as you guys know, if you're loyal to the channel, or maybe if you're just new, you need to know that I give 5 subscribers every day. So of course, if you want to be gifted in the next video, make sure you're subscribing to the channel with all notifications turned on, and then comment your Epic Games ID down below and potentially what you'd like to receive. And yeah, this literally could be you 48 hours from now, when I can gift you, perhaps even in the very next upload on the channel. And with all that said, yes, we need to dive into all the Chapter 3 intel that I'm itching to tell you guys about, but first, just before we go any further, I need to tell you guys about something amazing I found, being Buff, who've kindly sponsored today's video. Buff is a completely free to use, authorized and FDA approved loyalty program application that's partnered with Overwolf. In terms of how this works is it rewards you for playing video games like Warzone, Apex Legends, Fortnite, PUBG, League of Legends, Rocket League, and so much more. The app is now available on phones and tablets too, so you can begin earning rewards for playing mobile games like Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, Brawl Stars, and even more coming soon. All you have to do to earn these rewards is leave Buff on in the background whilst playing the games that you already play or want to play, and you'll earn Buff points. The more you play, obviously, is the more you earn, and you can complete daily and weekly challenges to earn more points and keep track of your rewards. And hey, you can even head over to the leaderboards to compare your earnings with others. If you click the first link in the video description down below or in the pinned comment and try out Buff today, once you've played a few games and generated some points, it's time to spend them. Head over to the market where you can redeem the points for rewards such as gift cards for Amazon, Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, and more, as well as gaming accessories, different in-game skins such as what rotates throughout the item shop in Fortnite, loot, and in-game coins. I already know that sounds good to you, so of course, before you leave today or even right now, click the first link in the video description down below or in the pinned comment and try out Buff today. Okay, so before we go on about Chapter 3, reveal the new information, and even correlate that to this leaked list of information about Chapter 3 and many other things that have already come true by an insider who obviously predicted things about Season 8 before that released, one of the points on here that you guys need to know about coming true, not to do with Chapter 3, one of the final ones despite the mechs coming back, is that the Naruto will be upcoming to Fortnite in early November, as this has been a point for a while now. He'll be in-game, even integrated into the Season 8 Battle Pass. It was speculated at some point, always planned by Epic Games, but as you can see right here, not only will he be a skin, have an event surrounding him, a collaboration that's kind of big considering the hype around it, but a throwable kunai explosive weapon like the Batarang. Hypex stated, since a lot of people keep asking me, Fortnite x Naruto is happening next month. I promise you, I'm just as hyped as you are, but we have to wait a little bit more. In terms of when early November, data miners have also speculated, despite Hypex, that it's going to be around the 4th or 5th, so yes, just after Halloween. It may have already happened when you're watching this video, considering it might be even that much closer to December 5th, of when, yes, Chapter 3 will be starting inevitably. Before we go over how that's going to be happening, how we're going to be going back into the black hole, or know this for certain right now after the 18.30 update, you guys know the context based off when Naruto actually comes to the game, or if he already has, with everything else coming true about, you know, Fortnite instead of just the Chapter 3 stuff. Despite just the mechs or rideable monsters, which potentially could be introduced in Chapter 3 being a Chapter 3 point, we only have the Chapter 3 information, such as a new island, the location of the 7 being revealed, and the Cube Queen playing a big part in the storyline, of which, believe it or not, now we can unlock in-game. Yes, it's fully revealed, no more silhouettes just to assume based off what she looks like here, clear that she is the Cube Queen character. It literally wouldn't make sense to have 2 more seasons go up to Chapter 2 Season 9 and Chapter 2 Season X if this secret skin of Season 8 is going to be largely involved in the next chapter's storyline. And speaking of Chapter 2 Season 9 or Chapter 2 Season X in itself, with so much coming true of here about Season 8 before it released, with that then leaving a reputation for everything to be true on here or coming true at some point when Chapter 3 releases, you would have thought they would have had intel newly anyways about the new 2 seasons that are releasing before Chapter 3 if it went up to Season X, but no, Season 8 straight onto Chapter 3 in terms of the points. And if that didn't already convince you that Chapter 2 is going to be ending and going into Chapter 3 on December 5th at the end of Season 8 instead of the end of Season X, take a look at this tweet that Sheena actually tweeted out in July and then obviously subtweeted as of recently as if he knows even more inside information about Chapter 3 starting after Season 8 ends. Initially he thought he was reading this wrong because Epic wrote in the latest post back then that they published, instead of just saying Chapter 2 Season 9, it says, must wait until the season following Chapter 2 Season 8, and he thought that was strange back then, which now obviously makes sense based off the Chapter 3 rumours, of which is a full early draft drawing based off a concept that an insider at Epic Games has actually managed to reveal that we're going to be going over in a second, but first of all we need to know definitely how we're going to be getting there. As you guys know, at the end of Chapter 1 it was pretty obvious that something drastic was going to have to happen to our old island, and yeah, that literally happened. We got sucked into a black hole based off the 0 point being expanded or whatever happened with the 7 flying into it in terms of the meteor and then the rockets themselves. The 0 point being the heart of the universe of Fortnite, or this particular Fortnite dimension or universe in itself, obviously sucked it into a black hole, and with this nothingness black hole screen only lasting for 48 hours then expanding after downtime lifted for Chapter 2 to start, it then introduced us to a brand new map, a reformation of the original island. It definitely looks like something like this is going to be happening again. Epic Games, even with the Galactus event, were teasing the idea that the black hole wasn't an event that was only happening once as we got sucked back into this downtime state, but it wasn't exactly a black hole. And with the fact, yes, we know something bigger than this island, being the mothership was destroyed by a single character being Dr. Slone, who's still now involved in the storyline and just made it to the redacted bunker, perhaps the most protected of IO bases of them all, with the Foundation obviously being revealed to be in the Gotham universe, or Gotham City itself, fighting with the Batman Who Laughs skin, and with the Cube Queen obviously being above the Cube Town in this fair for a live event happening with her as soon as she's like, I don't know, ready from the Cube Shards charging her. Let's just say an event with a clash between all 3 of these sides at the end of this season definitely will result in a bad state for the Fortnite Island, if not its complete destruction, maybe even sucking everything in this new dimension that we went into at the start of Chapter 2 over 2 years ago back into the black hole. Thankfully, due to data miners obviously doing their thing, digging through the coding and finding correlations as to why Chapter 3 might be starting based off a ton of subliminal teasers that Epic Games have put out there, Hypex made the following image. The black hole has been updated again yesterday, they added back the hotfix that makes your game load directly into the black hole, and so many people are speculating that next season is Chapter 3 due to these hints. Do you think it's really going to happen? So yeah, here's the image on screen. Feel free to pause the video and read all of these hints pointing toward this season being an ending of sorts, and that obviously then kind of hinting in itself that it will be of Chapter 2. Literally so many things pointing toward the Cube Queen, her power, her staff, obviously ending realities and leaving nothing behind, and even cosmetics such as Page Turner stating that this is almost the end of the chapter. It literally couldn't make more sense right now to end off the chapter and surprise us with an 8-season chapter for Chapter 2 instead of going up to Season X with 2 filler seasons that perhaps even dwindles the popularity of Fortnite, considering it's in a pretty bad state right now according to Google Trends. And speaking of this popularity, you know this giant spike in the middle of this anyways? Yeah, that was from the black hole event occurring and people freaking out, even making the news on televisions around the world or stations that aired like this story about the black hole of Fortnite. In terms of an event that we'll get here, obviously we know the Cube Queen's going to be involved, and very powerful of that considering she's bigger than our Fortnite characters in-game that is in this giant sphere. And speaking of a giant sphere that happened in terms of an event previously in our prior chapter in Season 7 of Chapter 1 was the Ice Storm event. I've shown this in other videos, but yes, if this is any indication, this sphere in itself as to what the Cube Queen's going to be doing, summoning a giant hologram version of herself and sweeping the map with something or destroying it, it's going to be of more bigger scale than the Ice King was able to pull off, considering the Ice King in this sphere itself above the name location he resided being Polar Peak was literally just the same size as us, Battle Royale players or characters. As for the last piece of information in this video, the new world we're going to be entering being Chapter 3 in itself, as you can see by the title of this video too, based off the leaks and everything we've gone over, pointing toward not only a black hole event occurring, but then transporting us to a brand new realm of Fortnite being, well, a new map. As stated also on this leak list of information, again, that everything has come true for in Season 8, despite, well, the Chapter 3 stuff and the rideable monsters or the mechs from Season X returning at the time of me recording this video. As you can see, initially people started finding this, like this image itself of the map, and then some text at the side which we're going to be referring to but not reading out fully. As you can see in this tweet, it states, rumour this might be our first glimpse at the Chapter 3 map. According to this guy over on Reddit, Epic have been working on the Chapter 3 map map for a while now, and that this is a concept based off what insiders have managed to like run their mouth on or leak accidentally anyways, or without meaning to. With you guys getting a good look at this, of course it doesn't like resemble anything like the kind of realism to Fortnite of which we saw with the leaked Chapter 2 map initially before it came like months earlier. However, Epic Games obviously don't want to spoil one of the biggest movements forward for Fortnite going into this new chapter, so they're going to be trying extra hard so no insiders actually leak anything. But yeah, in terms of what's going to be happening on this brand new map, based off this being a concept anyways, and we know for definite based off the insiders it's going to be bigger than the Chapter 2 map, with what one of the first points states right here being 150 players in a Battle Royale lobby in solos, duos, trios or squads, instead of just 100 that we currently see now. Supposedly jet skis are going to be a brand new vehicle, which again looks like it would be needed based off the amount of water and location separated, as if it was almost the amount on the Chapter 2 Season 3 island before the water started, you know, deflooding, I guess, or like going down. Underwater swimming's a mechanic that apparently we're going to be seeing for underwater based locations, as you know, in the Fortnite history itself we've seen locations in the sky, whether it's these pads that we could land on in Chapter 1 Season 9. Obviously we've got land terrain, but we've never been able to swim deeply underwater, rather so just swimming it at the start of Chapter 2 as a new mechanism. One of the points here also mentions about the IO still existing in Chapter 3, meaning perhaps Dr. Slone is one of the victors out of this giant outcome or clash between the Foundation, her, and then the Cube Queen at the end of this season supposedly, or what we believe anyways. With that said though, let me know down below in the comments what you thought of everything mentioned in today's video, but that's all I've got for you guys today, so if you enjoyed or want to keep referring back to it, slap a like in it down below, save it to the like playlist, and make sure you're subscribing to the channel with all notifications turned on so that you don't miss any new future videos and get there as soon as I publish brand new intel regarding Chapter 3, the future of Fortnite, just anything to do with the game. And speaking of other videos, make sure to click anything on screen right now, interact with literally any button, but most importantly, hopefully I can catch you, yes you the individual still watching, I can see you, but hopefully in that very next video I do post on the channel.